Hey guys, Robotical Halloween here, and today I'm doing a video review on the Home Depot 2021 prop, the three-faced Jester of the Underworld. So, I just got this prop earlier today, and I think it's pretty cool. It's made by Seasonal Visions, also known as SVI or Seasonal Visions International. They're a well-known company at this point, as they've made a lot of animatronic life-size Halloween props, and this is just another addition to that. He is 6 feet tall. His mouth moves, his eyes light up, and he turns his body side to side while also moving this arm and periodically covering his face with the mask and then uncovering it. Speaking of these masks, he comes with this one and two others which are interchangeable. You can swap them. If you don't like this one, you can put one of those on for whatever, if you really want, or you could just leave those there, which is what I've done because I prefer this one, which is the one that comes separate on its own, and it's the one that he has in the stock photo. Like most Seasonal Visions props, you have to set them up, you have to put them together. It's not as easy as Jemmy life sizes where you just collapse and decollapse. Now you gotta put them together, but unlike what some people say, it's not actually as difficult as it sounds. The worst part is remembering to do one thing, which I'll get into, because, yeah. Basically, what you have to do is make sure that this piece, you have to make this piece here, you can see it, there's a slot for it on one of the legs. You have to make sure you slide that rod into that to give it extra stability, because otherwise you'll have problems down the line. It might hold for a little bit in the beginning, but you got to make sure you get that on, because it would be bad if you forgot. Because I feel like that's there for an important reason. Because the way this is built, I feel like that's like to reduce like strain on the legs from the weight of this and the weird layout of the legs. So I would just make sure you don't forget to put that on, because I did at first, and then I realized it, and I was kind of annoyed. And then it's straightforward. Just stick the module on, put the clothes on, attach his arms and hands and head, and then you're done. It's not that hard. It's a very easy setup in my opinion. Yeah. So his face is made of latex or rubber or something. I'm not really sure what it's made of actually. It's like a kind of rubbery type material. And inside is plastic that helps keep it shape, so keep it in shape. So unlike a lot of latex props from a couple of years ago, last year and stuff like that, you shouldn't have to worry about any deformities in the faces because there's plastic keeping it in shape. Worst thing, maybe your nose will be a little crooked, but that's not too bad, especially on this prop. He's kind of supposed to be a zombified Jester, so even if it is crooked, it doesn't look too bad. But you're not going to get some serious thing where he looks really stupid. So you don't have to worry about that. His hands are made of plastic. The whole thing is basically metal, so it'll definitely hold up for a while. It'll last you a while. Everything just slides in, which is my only complaint. The only things that really click into place and lock in are his legs onto the base and the module onto the legs. The head, you can just pull this off. The arms, you can just pull them off. They don't like click in. You see, pulls right out. Now I gotta put this back on. Hold on a sec, guys. All right, and now we got that back on. But yeah, the only complaint I have with that is if everything just pulls off like that, even though it's unlikely, if this got hit with like a very strong gust of wind or something and it fell over, the head would probably go flying off. The hands probably as well, and you don't really want that to happen because you can break it. But most likely no one's gonna be putting this out in like a tornado or something or some crazy wind, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. He's got these nice little plastic skulls that hang off, adding a little extra detail to the outfit. It's even on the shoes. Yeah, so he looks really good. He's got and electronically he's really good. He's got really good audio quality. He's got volume control. He's got everything. He's got the adapter jack. Of course, you can't go without that, otherwise you can't use it. He's got volume control. He's got a step pad jack, and yeah. So he has 3 modes. He's got step pad mode where you could just hook up a step pad or try me button and just trigger him with that. He's got the motion sensor where he'll go off when there's some sort of motion. And he's got a constant mode where he just keeps blabbering on and moving around constantly for those who need that. From what I've tested, the mouth motor is really strong, so you shouldn't have to worry about any issues with that, which is really good. He sways side to side, like I said. He's gotten stuck a couple times, but that's mainly because I've had stuff in the way. I've had to kind of move stuff around a bit to give him enough space to move, but now he doesn't really get stuck anymore, so that's good. It was just because you just don't want to get stuff in the way, because otherwise you might damage it, so make sure you keep stuff out of the way. I probably was lucky that he didn't get screwed up, and I'm glad he didn't. Even though you don't have to put this on, this hood is actually Velcro on and comes right off if you need to take it off for some reason, although you shouldn't have to. So, yeah. But I think the worst part with the setup, though, like I was saying, was like getting that on, and actually maybe even the arms. They're a little bit of a pain, but it's not too bad. You can do it. It's not impossible. Yeah, I honestly don't think it's as hard as people say. The only thing is, I don't know if this is strictly with mine or if all of these are like this. I'd have to hear from other people. He is sort of compatible with the Spirit Halloween multi-prop remote. And what I'm going to say sort of for is you can use it to trigger him, but you have to you can't have it dangling. If you just have it plugged in and dangling like this, it's not going to work for whatever reason. You need to make sure that you have it sat on top of the module. I don't know if that's obvious, but I know for some people it might not be obvious, so that's the only thing I'm going to say. If it falls down, it's going to stop going off. And the other thing is, these prop remotes like to trigger things randomly, so yeah, that's not, but yeah, this isn't my review on the prop remote, so I'm not going to talk too much about the prop remote. But I think he's a really awesome prop. He's got a lot of detail on the face. He's got a fully molded head behind the hood too, which is really cool. The masks are really detailed. If you look, it's not just plain white as you might think on first glimpse. It's actually like detailed painting to make it look aged, and it's really nice. Another thing is you have to tie these on. You have to tie them right. There's a spot where you tie it. It kind of tells you on the manual. Don't just tie it directly to the center, or you'll screw your whole thing up if it falls in and hits the motor and jams it, and you don't want that, so you gotta tie it in the spot where the instructions say. But it's not too difficult of a setup, so I know I keep saying that, but yeah. He runs on a 5.9 volt adapter, basically a 6 volt. I don't know if you can run it on a 6 volt. I mean, 5.9 is like extremely close to 6 volts, so I would assume you can run it on 6 volts fine. So if you lose the original adapter, like, I'd recommend using the included 5.9, but if you really need, you should be fine running it off a 6 if you lose the original adapter it comes with. So, yeah, he's a really awesome prop, so I guess I'm just going to plug him in and demo him for you, because I don't have much else to say. Let's plug him in. I already have him switched on, so as soon as we walk back over, he'll go off.
We're going to have so much fun playing evil characters, and we've only begun. I have so many to choose, over a ton, but having trouble deciding which one. Every mask is horrific, even worse than the last. The performance top-notch and never outclassed. I'll strip away your courage until you have none, and soak up your terror when I am done. Consider yourself warned from my mirthful pun, that if you value your life, don't walk away, run!
Motion sensor.
There once was a jester from Dallas, who admittedly acted quite callous. When a passerby came, as part of his game, he treated them with pestilent malice. Oogie boogie, oogie boogie. I'm coming to get you. Check it out. Woo. Happy dark, creepy Halloween to you. Are you excited for the sinister events about to unfold? If not, you are in the wrong place. Halloween always puts me in a frantic mood. I never know what crazy thing I'm going to do. Do.
think that's the last phrase. Let's check it.
We are going to have so much
Yeah, that's it.
fun.
So, yeah, this Jester is an awesome prop, and if you see him at Home Depot or you see him online, definitely recommend you pick him up because he's a really cool prop. I hope that they do bring him back, though, next year for people who aren't able to get him, since he does seem so far to be very popular, since everyone seems to be buying him. But, yeah, that's really it. He's an awesome prop, and thank you for watching. Bye.